Okay, I'm just waiting for it to sync up with YouTube here. Give me 1 second. All right, and I think we are good there. Yeah, there we go. All right. Okay, so we're live on YouTube, and where this is being recorded. So if you have to step out or something, or if you're not able to catch the full presentation, just send me a quick email at rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org, and that way I can send you a copy of the final recording as well. So what I want to do even before I get started here, because this has been my one of the things is that whenever you're watching a presentation or a webinar or even something live, a lot of times you'll have questions, and sometimes you don't always get them while you're watching it. And, maybe an hour or 2 hours after you leave the presentation, you're like, well, I wish I would have asked this question. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put my email address right here in the chat. It's rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org. And feel free to reach out to me at that email address. Okay, it's there in the chat. And then this is also how you're going to qualify for the event giveaways, the cash prize giveaways that we're doing, the special drawings that we're having, and as well as the weekly drawing. So this is my final anniversary event. So this means that anybody that's live here will qualify for the cash prizes, but also, the live event prizes. But then also I will be having a drawing this Saturday, and it's going to be for those people that are just catching the replay. I'm just giving them one final opportunity to qualify for the weekly cash prize drawing. And then also I was having a month-end drawing, but I'm delaying that, and I'm just going to have the month-end drawing on this Saturday. So Saturday night at 11:59 p.m. Mountain or Eastern time. Anybody who's contacted me and gave me their basically to qualify for these drawings, the weekly and the monthly end drawing, which is actually going to be this Saturday. You just need to send me an email at rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org. Let me know your biggest takeaway on the presentation. If you had an aha moment, or if there was something that you felt that I could have explained a little more in depth or whatever, just some feedback to me to let me know what your thoughts were. And that's how you qualify. That's all there's to it. There's no strange gimmicks or anything else you got to do. Just send me an email at rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org. And then also, because I do have the one thing that I'm going to be sharing with you here this evening is the special opportunity, the unheard of opportunity, has to do with the topic that we're talking about here, building wealth. And because with the opportunity that I'm sharing with everybody, I do have to have an income disclosure statement to it, because there's an opportunity for you to not only build wealth and save for your family and your future, but you can also earn passively in the process. So I wanted to make sure that I had this income disclosure statement down here. So I put that in the chat. That way I don't get yelled at by anybody. Okay, so that's there. So you can click on that link at any time. And actually, in the video presentation I'm going to be sharing this evening, the income disclosure actually is right by the guy that I'm bringing on, a gentleman that's going to have a little video presentation. And at the beginning, he does go over the income disclosure. That way there's no misconception or anything that's misleading. Okay, so what I want to do is let's go ahead and get started here. I got a PowerPoint that I want to share, and we will get moving right away on this, because I'm also this is not only something that I'm actually going to have a couple of wealth building tips for you here tonight as well. Okay, and some of them, so it's just something, it's not just going to be on one specific topic. We're going to have actually a couple topics, but the main one is, we'll get to that here shortly, but we're going to be talking about the most overlooked and simple technique to building wealth, and how to have a more secure and financial future for yourself and your family. So what we're going to be discussing tonight are ways to build wealth. And then also, what do generationally wealthy families do? You see it all the time. There's families that generation after generation, they have wealth. Well, why is that? What are they doing different than you and I are not, you or I are probably not doing? So that's the one thing so I wanted to share this presentation, because it's like, there's different ways that wealthy generationally families build wealth, and you go over the course of time for, let's say, go back, 100, 150, 200 years ago versus now. There's always been, whether you're, saving in the form or investing in a home or real estate or something like that, that over the course of time does build wealth. Okay. But a lot of families, unless I guess your forefathers or your preceding generations had a lot of money. A lot of families don't have where they are actually saving in the form of real estate or properties. Although there are some of the wealthy families do that. That's why that's one of the key factors in maintaining wealth. But actually, with building wealth, it's not just one specific thing. Now, like if you check with anybody that's actually is from a wealthy family, there's multiple things that they save or invest in. Okay. And give a quick disclaimer here. By no means am I some financial expert. I'm just sharing the information that was shared with me. And this is something that I'm passing along to you. And this gives you some ideas and tips on what you can do to have a more secure financial future. But in addition to like real estate, there's always been stocks. Okay. Even, go back 100, 150, 200 years ago, there was always some form of stock that people could actually save in or invest in. Okay. And of course, there was also silver and gold because that's been around for ages. But then also there's like nowadays, these are some of the more common things that, generationally wealthy families have saved in. Okay. But nowadays there's also, of course, you have Bitcoin or, different types of cryptocurrencies. And that's one thing that a lot of people you're seeing it more and more as there's a huge push towards it now, although it's mostly because of Bitcoin, and Bitcoin wouldn't have done what it did. Cryptocurrencies wouldn't have probably taken off as well as they have. Okay. So it's like, that's one thing that now people are looking at is cryptocurrencies. Okay. But a lot of people are skeptical about that because they're not sure how to go about doing it. Okay. And that's one thing that, I do have this down here, this Coinbase. And that's one thing I will share a tip on that in a way to actually get started with that for free at the end of the presentation. But there's this company called Coinbase that actually will allow you to start learning about cryptocurrencies and how things work with it. And at the same time, while you're learning about it, it doesn't cost anything to sign up with Coinbase. While you're learning about it, you're actually earning, they could have some training things where you can actually earn different types of cryptocurrency just by going through their training and answering a few questions. So it's pretty cool. It's actually kind of a nice feature. And then there's also, nowadays there's still investing in real estate. There's still silver and gold. There's still stocks. But also another thing that's come onto the scene is, and it's something that I do have some personal experience with, is the Internet of Things, or iHub. Okay, it's basically there's a passive income generator. Okay, it's a little device, and you hook it up to your internet, and basically what that does is it generates helium. Okay, and helium is when you actually hook up the device, it gets you connected to the blockchain. And basically the Internet of Things is basically it's the people's network. Okay, where they're actually building this network to where actually different Wi-Fi devices other than cell phones can operate off of this frequency that this little device puts out. And at the same time, you can actually generate helium, which is a type of cryptocurrency, and you can actually earn passively just by having this thing plugged into your home. So I'll also have some information on that later in the presentation. But those are just different things that people are doing now. There's so many things out there, and it's like a lot of times people are not sure what get started on. But there's one thing that you're looking at all these things here. You have real estate, stocks, silver and gold, cryptocurrencies. You got helium, okay, or another form of cryptocurrency. But there's a lot of what is the one thing that is in common that has been around for ages? Okay, so there's out of everything that wealthy families do, there's one specific thing that you go back 200, 500, even 5,000 years ago. And then the one common thing that has always been able to build wealth and it's always maintained its value is silver and gold. Okay, and that's one thing a lot of times people don't realize it, but you look. I've mentioned this before on my presentations. You go back to in the biblical times. Okay, as far as what did one of the wise men bring the infant Jesus? He brought him gold. Okay, so even back then, gold had its significance. It had its value. It had its importance, and everybody's through the ages that has been the one common thing that's held its value, maintained its value, and of course now we have silver too. That's one thing that over the past 50 years especially has really come into a factor as far as having a value. Okay, and that's one thing that a lot of times people say, well, you don't want to save in the form of silver and gold, or because it's not liquidable. That's actually a misconception. And another big misconception is that you have to have a lot of money in order to do it. Okay, that's something that I was under that misconception as well until I had some information shared with me, and that's why from that point on, I made it my point to make sure that I share this information with as many people as possible. And so that's why I'm doing this tonight. And as part of my anniversary with being with this one company for over a year, I'm having special giveaways. And actually, I do have, right after the video presentation that I'm going to share with you here in a moment, I do have a special offer that nobody else, I guarantee you, is doing this in the industry. Okay. And this is from me to you for taking your time to be here, and just my way of showing my appreciation to you for spending your evening with me, or in this case here, if you're watching the replay, watching the replay and, understanding the importance of why you should consider saving in the form of silver and gold. Okay. And a lot of times it's called, referred to as precious metals, or actually in the video that I'm going to share with you, the one presentation, the gentleman refers to it as sound money, and there's a reason why it's called that. Okay. But it's just another name for gold and silver. So what we're going to be talking about this evening is, what are the benefits of it, how you can save, who you can trust, and, how do you know if you're getting a good deal? Because there's a lot of companies out there that you can actually purchase silver and gold from and save in it, or else, but there's certain things you want to look for to make sure that the company is, what you're getting is, what you're paying for. Because there's not so upfront, honest people out there. So it's something that's I'm covering in this presentation. And then also how you can afford to purchase or save in the form of silver and gold, even if you're on a tight budget. Now, this is something, like I said, it's a misconception that people think that you have to have a lot of money in order to save in the form of silver and gold. But that is totally untrue. There's what I'm going to share with you here this evening is a way that you can do it incrementally and just do a little bit at a time, month by month by month. And it's going to start helping you build that wealth. And that's one thing, like we were just discussing here, can gold and silver really build true generational wealth? Well, that is a fact. And, you can check with Robert Kiyosaki. He's one of the more wealthy people that's been outspoken about the importance of silver and gold. Whereas a lot of times, a lot of wealthy families are not wanting to divulge their secret or whatever. Unless like Warren Buffett, is a prime example of, somebody who understood the importance of, saving in the form of silver. And, when he made some, I think it was back in 1998 or 99. I can't remember exactly specifically, but in one of those years, he made some, outlandish purchase of, like millions of ounces of silver. And, he saw what was going to be happening. So when he made that investment or saved in the form, and when silver spiked, he turned into a billionaire many times over, just because of having the foresight to see what was going to happen. So in this case here, yes, gold and silver can build true generational wealth. And it's something that, like I said, it's something that, being wealthy, you build over the course of time. It's not instantaneous. And I know it's hard to get a grasp on that nowadays, because people are, always flashing whatever on Instagram or YouTube, or look at this, or on Facebook or whatever. And it's like, or Meta. So it's like, wealth is something that happens over the course of time. Okay. And that's what I'm going to be sharing with you here today is, a way that you can do this incrementally, month by month, step by step, and, start building that wealth for yourself and your family. And I'm also going to be sharing with you what your financial institutions and financial advisors do not want you to know. And also, like I said, how you can start today. But also, like I mentioned when I put the disclaimer in the chat, I do have a special, unique opportunity. This is, if you're located in one of these 7 countries listed here, the United States, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Ireland, Singapore, or UK, I do have a special opportunity where you can not only save and start building that wealth for your future, but in the process, you can earn passively, along with it. And it's like what I like to call the cherry on top of the whole opportunity here. So I want to, I just kind of want to point that out, but there is a special opportunity, and I'll go over that. And then I'll also share with my unique special offer to you right after the video presentation as well. So real quick, who is this for? It's for anyone who understands the importance of saving in the form of silver and gold, but they're not sure how to go about doing it. It's to those who are looking for other options to save and control how much and how often they save. And this is a good option because, like I said, I wasn't aware that there was an option like this, 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. This was shared with me on December 11th of 2020. And since then, my whole perception of saving and looking at, how much, what I save in the form of has taken a complete 180. Okay. So it's very useful information. And well, like I said, this presentation, you should walk away with this with a lot more knowledge than you did before you started. Okay. And that's why I'm excited to share it with everybody. And it's also for those, this is an option for those who have a job, but they don't have a 401k plan with that company or whoever they're working for. Now, if you're working for a company that has a 401k, I highly encourage you to take advantage of that, because that is one of the best things that you can do, because you have a certain percentage that comes out of your paycheck every week. And depending on how you have it split up and diversified, it starts, growing for you behind the scenes. But then again, here with a 401k, just like even investing in real estate or stocks or cryptocurrencies or whatever, it's going to take time for it to start building that wealth for you. But with a 401k, it does that, and you really don't have to put any effort into it. You choose a percentage and then it starts building for you behind the scenes. And I like to refer to what I'm sharing with you here is like your own personal form of a 401k in the form of silver and gold. But in this case here, it's you control how much you save and how often you do it. Okay. And that's what's really nice, is it puts the control in your own hands. And that's what's really exciting about this. If you want to, I think it's exciting. But anyways, so this is just what I like to consider your own version of a 401k in the form of silver and gold that you control. You don't have to pay anybody to do it. You can do everything yourself. It's also for those who are looking for start saving money for college. You have a son or a daughter or grandkids that perhaps want to go to college after high school. And this is another option for you to save in the form of something that's, that you can actually help that person, with your child or grandkid, go to college with. Okay. And it's also for those who are just looking for something to put on the side for a little nest egg. Okay. And there are certain advantages to what I'm sharing with you here this evening. That's why I guarantee, I want you to stick around until after the video, because with what I'm going to be sharing with you is some gold nuggets, so to speak, no pun intended, on stuff that a lot of people are not aware of when it comes to silver and gold. Okay. And like I said, I do have the opportunity for you to earn an additional income by saving for your future. And by no means do you have to do that. That's just an added bonus if you so choose. It's not required in order to actually start today. Okay, so that's just sort of kind of clarify that there. So don't feel that you have to do that. It's just an added bonus if you do want to do that. Okay, and like I said, this is something that if you have teenage kids or like a high school or college age student, I highly encourage you to at least watch this video that I'm going to be sharing here in like another 30 seconds. Okay, so because it's got some really eye-opening information. It shows the importance of what's happened to the US dollar over the course of time, and then what's also happened with precious metals over the course of time. And when you see it in black and white, you see, what one thing is done versus the other, you really have there's really some aha moments there. So that's what I encourage you to share this portion of the presentation with anybody that you have that's either, can understand this point as far as gold and silver and money. Okay. And so real quick, just to qualify for the drawing, send me an email at rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org. Let me know your biggest takeaway from the presentation. And then that's also, if you have any questions, you can reach out to me there as well. Okay, so what I want to do here is I'm going to bring in a gentleman by the name of Zach Davis. He is one of the co-founders of this company called 7K. And he has this really nice presentation. That's why I really like to share, because he goes over some examples of what's happened to the value of the US dollar, then also what's happened with precious metals during that time as well. So to give you some really good insight, and I hope you enjoy the video, and I'll be watching this with you. If you do see me duck out for a moment, because I'm checking to make sure everything's okay on YouTube, but let's go ahead and get this presentation going here. And I will be back on afterwards to share a really exclusive offer that's from me personally to you for taking the time to be here on the presentation. And also you'll see after the video. Okay. Thanks a lot. Or hope you enjoy this.
Purchasing precious metals, bullion, coins, and/or collectibles involves risk. We strongly encourage you to exercise due diligence and properly educate yourself prior to purchasing precious metals. The information presented in 7K's wealth strategies is not to be considered tax or financial advice. We encourage you to seek appropriate professional advice regarding the tax and financial implications of buying, owning, or selling precious metals. The price and future value of precious metals is based on many factors, including but not limited to market and economic conditions. Past performance of precious metals is no guarantee of future performance or future value. Do you feel like you're working harder for your money just to get by? It's not just you. Millions of families around the world are feeling the exact same thing. In fact, as of 2017, 44% of Americans said they couldn't cover a $400 emergency expense if it popped up. So what's happening? Take a look at some of the major staples in our lives today and how much more they have increased in costs from the year 2000 to 2018. Water and sewage up 133%, car insurance up 97%, and the list goes on. This isn't even counting the 2021 inflation numbers that are the highest since 1982. We're all feeling it, but why is it happening? It's not that things are necessarily costing more to make or service, it's that the fiat currency used to buy the goods is becoming worth less. As you can see, when the Federal Reserve was created in 1913, a dollar was worth, well, a dollar. Because of some government decisions, such as going off of the gold standard and increased money printing, the purchasing power over time was dropped to less than 5 cents on the dollar compared to 1913. Now, this isn't anything new, unfortunately. There's a long list of countries where this exact same thing has happened, including Germany, Argentina, Zimbabwe, and most recently, Venezuela. In each case, they have attempted to print themselves out of their version of a financial crisis. The playbook is being passed around the world, and the result is always the same. If you look at the M1 currency supply chart, it will give you a good indication of what result we could be headed for in the United States. The M1 currency supply is just a way of showing how much printed money is in the hands of the citizens in a country. It is a direct link to the printing of fiat currency. As you can see, the US made a drastic decision related to the COVID-19 pandemic in the year 2020 and decided to go on an even more massive printing spree. As we have seen throughout history, more printing leads to more inflation, which means it takes more fiat currency to purchase the things that we need to live. So how are we supposed to protect ourselves from what seems to be a runaway trade? There is a secret that government institutions, banks, and wealthy families have used for ages. It's called sound money. Don't worry, it's just a fancy name for gold and silver. Gold and silver have proven to maintain its buying power throughout history, no matter what happens to fiat currencies around the world. Let's take a look at some examples. In 1965, 1 ounce of silver and $1 had equal purchasing power. You could have used either 2,500 ounces of silver or $2,500 to purchase a brand new Ford Mustang. If you would have had the same 2,500 ounces of silver in 2020, you could have purchased 2 brand new Mustangs. But $2,500 could barely even cover the down payment to get one. The same is proven true in the housing market. The average home cost in 2001 was $169,000 or 626 ounces of gold. In 2021, you could have taken less gold and purchased 3 homes, even though the average home cost in dollars almost doubled. The list goes on and shows how gold and silver is one of the best ways to play defense against fiat currencies that always decrease in value over time. There are usually a couple things that happen, though, when individuals find out about the value of sound money. First, questions. What should I buy? Who should I trust? How much does it take to get started? And do I need to be an expert to win? The second thing that happens is a discovery of things like mixed advice on what to buy, scammers, high minimums, and people selling inventory they don't actually have, and much, much more, which all cause more questions and a general mistrust, leading them to never, ever get started. Maybe this sounds familiar, but we believe things just shouldn't be that hard. We believe that every family deserves a real chance to get ahead of the game, not only now, but forever. Really, our goal is to help you get started on a path that will help you create a true legacy for generations to come. So who are we? We are 7K, a community of people on a mission to help each other create financial independence, preserve wealth, and create an exceptional life through both good and bad economic times. 7K was founded in 2016 by these 4 individuals with over 100 years of combined business experience. They all have different skill sets and strengths, but all share the same values and belief in helping the average family get ahead. Together, they set out to create a vehicle for people to find more hope and less stress. That vehicle is now a membership, much like Amazon Prime, Spotify, Hulu, or countless other companies that also have a membership, but much more powerful. With a 7K membership, one of the easiest ways to start is by grabbing a little bullion. Bullion is non-collectible gold and silver. Non-collectible gold or silver is a great way to shore up the defensive side of your wealth portfolio. 7K makes it easy. They carry physical gold and silver in different forms. They only sell the things they have in inventory. You won't find minimums or maximums, period. You can literally start with $1 if that's your current budget. And one of the coolest things is the 7K has made transacting in gold and silver possible again. It makes it easy for you to create and execute a good defensive strategy. But there isn't a good sports team in history that has won a championship on defense alone. Just like that, you also need a very good offensive strategy. That offensive strategy can be found inside of collectibles. The collectible market has proven to be a robust way for wealthy families around the world to not only protect, but also grow their wealth, and more importantly, their legacy. A collectible usually has to be rare or low mintage, has to have unique or artistic designs, a great story, or have historic significance. So if you look at the paper this amazing Spider-Man comic book from 1962 is printed on, it's only worth a couple of dollars. In 2021, this comic book sold for a record of $3.6 million. The person or family that bought this book was not buying the paper. They were buying the emotion, the art, rarity, story, and other things they found valuable about this book. In fact, most wealthy families that are playing the collectibles game are doing it not only for their financial protection or gain, but also to preserve their family legacy. If you look at the top 5 places wealthy families turned in order to protect and grow their wealth during the financial crisis of 2008, you will see that 3 of the 5 things are collectible in some way. And the other 2 sound money. Unfortunately, not many families have an extra million or 2 laying around to buy high-end collectibles, nor would they even know where to start. But 7K is bridging the gap so that the average family can start playing the game with rare, unique, but also affordable collectibles through modern coins. In 2004, a coin called Tiffany Art Number 1 hit the market for about $90. Now, $90 doesn't seem unreasonable for the average family to scrape together in order to add this incredible coin to their wealth portfolio. Today, though, if you wanted to go buy this same coin, it would cost you at least $8,000. But the metal in the coin is only worth roughly $50 today. The additional value in the coin is due to the rarity, story, beauty, or whatever else a potential buyer finds to be valuable. That is the added leverage or offense collectibles can add to a wealth portfolio. You can see here just a few more examples of the same thing play out in other coins. Modern collector coins have a very good track record over the last 20 to 30 years of being a powerful tool inside of the offense of a well-rounded wealth strategy. 7K not only offers some of the best coins from around the world, but also designs and mints its own coins, giving 7K members exclusive or first access. 7K also makes adding cool, unique, and rare collectible coins extremely easy through one of the most powerful member benefits called the autosaver. The autosaver program takes all of the thinking out of collecting and leverages the experts at 7K to send you a rare and exclusive collectible coin every single month. It is truly a set it and forget it, zero discipline approach to automate your collectible asset stacking. You will just need to choose one of the options you like best and watch them show up at your door every month. There are other ways you can also take your stacking to the next level, though, with your own shopping cart called 7K Selected and also special sales called Coin Drops. 7K provides many ways to win with collectible gold and silver. As you can see here, Eddie Spears has spent very little time to get a massive head start, making sure a wealth legacy comes from him. All the same, Chris Latin Sr. says he collects both bullion and collector coins, and you can see he has built a very nice stack. He even claims it is now one of his most valued possessions because of what it will mean for him and his family in the future. Gold and silver are not only effective, but can also be super fun. But 7K is much more than just a gold and silver company. Their focus is to help in any way possible you build the legacy that you feel is important. As you dig into the membership at 7K, you will find many different member benefits to help you build that legacy from many different angles. Each could be an important tool in your financial strategy to reduce the stress of the current economy and add more hope for the future. Although you will have plenty of support early on to help you get started in your journey with precious metals, being a proficient and educated buyer is an important component to hitting your new goals. The buyer certification training will help you find what type of buyer you might be, what goals you might have based on what is important to you, and also what type of defensive strategy you might want to set up for yourself. The collector certification will help you move towards a winning offensive strategy, teaching you all you need to know about the ins and outs of the collectible coin world, what types you might be interested in, and also some expert tips from a world-renowned coin expert. As you dig into collectibles more, you will also find the power of collections, and inevitably, you will be searching for a coin to complete a certain series or set that isn't for sale on the first-hand market anymore. The next member benefit helps solve that problem of where you might find that coin, along with other problems that were previously obvious in the collectible coin market. Stack and Sell is a complete and robust marketplace that values authenticity. Now you can easily buy graded collectible coins from other collectors without worry. It also features the world's first inventory system for collectors where you can track what coins you have and what their current values are. Collecting gold and silver is fun, but 7K believes it should also power your lifestyle. Putting a value on memories made around the world is actually priceless. With a 7K membership, you can choose to travel around the world on the company-sponsored trips. Any member can choose to go, and usually at a discount from market rate. There are also other 7K getaway trips where you can spend time with the founders, the executive team, and those can be won through contests. With 7K, you really can create a robust lifestyle using the power of gold and silver and all that the membership has to offer. But remember the initial problem that most people have of not being able to cover the $400 emergency expense? 7K has a way to help that too. Simply by sharing the 7K message, you will earn points across 2 teams, and 7K will thank you by sending you $500 once each team reaches 500 points. This can happen once or as many times as you choose by how often you successfully share the message and refer new customers. And the best part is when you earn enough points and a payment is triggered, 7K will drop it directly into what's called your Sound Money wallet. The Sound Money wallet is the most robust digital wallet today that deals with cash, gold, and silver. You can power your entire gold and silver strategy through this wallet. So as you can see, not only can you fund the wallet from any referral money generated, also from a bank account and even crypto wallets. You can purchase physical gold and silver in all forms, as well as digital gold and silver that is 100% backed by physical metals. Sound Money Wallet is also the first wallet of its kind that will allow you to send gold and silver or cash to other members for free. Earning a little extra money for sharing is super nice, but there are some people that love sharing that message so much that they want more potential. New levels of referral income can be unlocked by ranking up, from associate at $500 all the way up to presidential gold at $12,500 per week. Each new rank carries with it the potential for increased income. 7K truly is on a mission to help the average person build not only a strategy for their future wealth, but also a true legacy long into the future. There's a mantra here at 7K that the 7K community lives by, and some of it may resonate with you. We see things differently. They say stop, we say go. They strive for mediocrity. We are obsessed with significance. They said we couldn't do it, so we did it anyway. We build leaders, teachers, and entrepreneurs that create generational wealth, transform families, bring hope to the helpless, and significance to the successful. We are the believers. After seeing this information, the question is, where do you stand? How would you feel having a little more control over your financial legacy? How would your life be different if you had more time and money to do the things that you enjoy with the people you love? Our guess is that something you heard today made sense. Now, if that's true, Don't wait any longer to start building your family legacy through one of the most powerful vehicles available today. Go ahead and pick up which membership is going to fit you best. If you're just looking to be a customer and start stacking assets with the 7K membership, the standard is an awesome option. For only $199 for the 1-year membership, it has plenty of benefits to move you in the right direction. But if you know you want to earn some extra income through sharing the 7K message, the premium is definitely the right choice. You will receive all of the same benefits as the standard, plus some extra silver in your welcome packet, and also some tools to help you get started sharing. Now, it's valued at over $1,500, but will only take $499 to get started with that 1-year membership. So thank you for taking the time to see why 7K might be a fit for you. But before you go, just take a note of where you might fall. Most people fall into one of 3 categories, and please take a note of where you might fit. 1 is to grab a membership and start stacking. 2 is to grab a membership and share the message to create a nice little side gig with some extra income. Or 3 is that you already know you want to share the message enough to work toward a full-time income. If you identified yourself as a 2 or 3, then take a look at our income disclosure to see how successful our members that actually decide to share the 7K message have been. You can see each rank and what the high, low, mean, and averages are for each one, and what it might take you to create a solid side gig or a full-time income. Also take note that 85% of our members don't actually share with anyone else. They just love the products and all the member benefits that come with 7K. Now, wherever it is that you may fit, we're very excited for you to become a new member of 7K.
Okay, so Zach did a really nice job of that presentation, and yeah, like when I watched it the first time, I had a lot of aha moments, especially with the example of the silver going back to 1965, where you had the $2,500 worth in cash or the 2,500 1-ounce silver coins, where you could buy a brand new Ford Mustang. And then, but if you took that same $2,500 in fiat money or paper currency, cash into the Ford dealer, you'd be looking at, a down payment and then another 4 to 5 years of paying off that car. Whereas if you had the 2,500 1-ounce silver coins, you would be able to buy 2 brand new Ford Mustangs. That was like a really kind of like a flooring thing, because you think you have to have a lot of money to save in the form of silver, but silver is if you silver and gold, but silver has maintained its value in purchasing power just as much as gold. Like when Zach showed the example there of the houses, as far as what you could buy, with X amount of gold, then versus now, you could pretty much buy 3 times 3 houses for the amount of what it would have cost you to buy 1 house. Okay, so that's like he had a lot of good examples, and that was some really aha moments for me the first time that I watched this. That was actually the new presentation from 7K. They had another one that I had been sharing here over the past year, but this one they just came out with this year. So this is new and updated, and their income disclosure statement that Zach had on there, that's through, as those numbers as far as the qualifying ranks and the potential income or what people had, goes through September of last year. So that's really updated information. But just real quick before I get into my exclusive offer that I'm sharing with just those to you here on the presentation or catching the replay, real quick about 7K. They are a physical company. It's like that's one of the benefits about them is that there are a lot of times someone will share something with you online and it's all virtual. There's no actual physical place where you could actually walk in the front door, actually call someplace and talk to somebody, where a 7K is. And if you were in Idaho Falls, Idaho, you could actually walk in their front door and do business that way there too if you wanted to. Or you could, like, if you ever are in the city or whatever, I would highly recommend you stop in, just see what they're all about. But so what I always encourage people to do your due diligence and check with the Better Business Bureau. That's what I did. At the time when I did this screenshot, this is a little bit old. I think the reviews and the customer reviews and everything are a little bit different now. But at the time I did this customer review shot, there was 40 customer reviews, and they had a 4.5 out of 5 star rating. They have an A+ Better Business Bureau rating. And at this time, the thing that I always look at when it comes to the Better Business Bureau, not so much the rating or the stars, but the customer complaints. I think that's key because they've been around since 2016, and for them to have no customer complaints, that just speaks volumes for their customer service and how they handle people, which I mean, I have a lot of respect for 7K. That's an outstanding company. And, like the co-founders are Zach Davis, who just did the presentation for us, Roger Ball, Josh Anderson, and Richard Hansen. And if the name Roger Ball looks familiar to you, he is actually he's one of the co-founders, and he's actually the founder of this company in the United States called Melaleuca. And if you're not familiar with Melaleuca, they've been around for over 2 decades. They're really strong. It's $1 billion company. And so it's like, it just shows you that the quality of people that got together and they decided like, hey, what can we do to give the average, everyday, ordinary person the opportunity to save in the form of silver and gold or precious metals, and, do it where they can control things. And, and that's how they came up with the concept of 7K. But then also they took it a step further. It's like, okay, well, if these people are sharing this opportunity with other people, why not reward them for doing that? Okay, because it really is an exciting opportunity. And like I said, as far as the earning passively portion of it, you don't have to do that if you don't want to. By no means is that required. Some people just do it for the form of saving for the future. Other people do it for the collectible standpoint of it. And I did want to touch on something real quick on the collectible, but before I even get to that, because I don't want to, if you have to jump off here, I understand. I see a lot of people putting ones and a couple twos here in the chat as far as what type of level they're at. Like Zach had said, decide where you're at 1, 2, or 3. Now I know there are some people that actually turn 7K into their full-time job because their compensation plan is very nice, actually. And once you get it going, like people are like, well, how would I be able to earn $500 weekly if I only have a couple of people? Well, everybody's not going to. There's the autosaver ship dates that Zach mentioned. The autosaver. There's 5 days throughout the month. There's the 1st, 8th, 15th. 21st and 26th. So not everybody's going to have the same autosaver ship date. So that's how you would get points, sporadically throughout the month, depending on how many people are in your downline or how many people sign up under you. And then it's a binary compensation plan. So there's a left and a right. So and it does go deep. So that's something that people, when they've asked me before, it's like, well, how would I be able to earn weekly? Well, that's how, because not everybody's going to have not everybody's going to join at the same time. Not everybody's going to have the same autosaver. And the autosaver dates, you can change those. Once you get your points and you're starting, or once you qualify as an associate, which means you would have 1 left and 1 right, that qualifies you as an associate. And once you hit those points, that's when you would start earning the passive income. Okay, so if you hit right now they're doing something really special. They started doing this at the end of 2020, I believe, where if you hit 250 on your left and 250 on your right, they'll put 250 in your sound money when they cycle the points, which is every Saturday night at 11:59 Mountain Time. That's when they cycle the points, and if you hit the 250, 500, or if you're a higher rank, they do cycle those points. The points come off of your downline, and they put the money in your sound money wallet. And there is a 5-day holding period when the money goes into your sound money wallet, and that's basically just to cover any returns or refunds or chargebacks or anything like that. So it's just it's to safeguard them, and it's to safeguard you as well. But then once the money's in your sound money wallet, you can either keep it there and use it to pay for your autosaver, or make purchases on 7K's product page, or on a coin drop, or you can actually have it transferred to your bank account too, or you can actually use it to buy silver and gold bullion through the sound money wallet. So there's a lot of opportunities there and a lot of bonuses to it. So they do a lot. They have simplified a lot of stuff. Okay, and it's really exciting because I never knew anything like this existed. That's why when it was shared with me, I'm like, holy cow! I wish I would have known about this years ago. So that's what I made my point to moving forward, to share this with everybody, as many people as I can, and that's why I wanted to have my anniversary special event here where I got the giveaways and everything, so you can still qualify for that. Like right now, if you want to send me an email, that'll qualify you for the weekly drawings, which are, like I said, we're having our weekend and our final month-end drawing here this Saturday night. So what I want to offer you, just my personal offer to you, is to work together as a team. Okay, it's not my team, it's not your team, it's our team, where we can work together to help each other grow. Because with 7K's compensation plan, the people that actually rank up quicker and, become an associate, copper, silver, bronze, and so on, or bronze and silver and so on. They work together as a team. I like to call it the pay it forward program or the share plan, because as you're sharing the opportunity, you get rewarded for it. Okay. It's just like if you went to a restaurant and you enjoy the food there and you went and told your friends or your family, other family members, hey, they have great food there. If they go and eat there, the restaurant owner is not going to give you anything for it. Conversely, like with if you see a movie and you recommend a movie to somebody, the movie company doesn't give you a bonus or give you any compensation for it. They just, they make the money and you're just basically doing a referral. But in this case here, this is such a great opportunity where you can actually have the opportunity to save in the form of silver or gold, on a monthly basis. And, just by sharing it, you can actually, get rewarded for it if you want. So as far as that, as far as working together as a team, what I want to do is, if you're interested in just becoming a member, you can go ahead and just go to this www.7kmetals.com/Rick F. And just, when you click on, when you go ahead and put that link in your browser, it'll actually take you to their homepage. There's like 3 short videos on the homepage that give you like a 10,000 foot overview of what I shared with you here this evening. But it just gives you some real 3 short videos. I think it's like maybe a total of 2 or 3 minutes between all 3 videos. And then there's a button where you can go ahead and it says, I think it says sounds good on man, or let's get started. And you click on that and then you go ahead and create your account. So if you just want to do it, create your membership and just save in the form of silver and gold, you can, by no means do you have to participate in the compensation plan. Okay. Because I've had some people say, I just want to just create a membership and just save. I don't want to have to worry about that. So that's fine. That's perfectly fine. You can do that. But if you do want to be a part of the team and actually work together as far as ranking up and actually earning passively from it, I want to offer you a very special opportunity to be part of our team. And what I'd like you to do is send me an email with your preferred email address, your phone number, and your address to rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org. Okay, and first off, for the phone number, the only reason why I'm asking you for your phone number, I'm not going to call you unless you ask me to call you, but it just gives us another means of communicating. And I prefer via text first. But like if you're sharing the opportunity, you have a question or something, but you're not quite sure the answer and you're not sure where to find it in the back office of 7K, because and that is one thing I want to point out real quick too, is their training is phenomenal. They have some of the, you'll learn a ton about silver and gold, after becoming a member. And it's something where, there's an area where they have all the training, and it's something where, if you have to stop it or pause it, even in the middle of a video, when you go back to that section, you can pick up right where you left off. But it's really nice. And I highly encourage everybody to do that. But say you're out sharing the opportunity and you're not sure about something, and you're like, I'll get a hold of Rick or whatever. So you text me and say, hey, Rick, can you answer this question, or can we jump on a call or something? And I'd be more than happy to jump on a call and share more information with you as well. But that's the reason for the phone number. Okay. And then as far as your address, I do have a special for the people that are on our team. I do have a special couple things I want to send you. I got this nice Silver and Gold Solutions mug here. And then also I've got the Everyday Person's Guide to saving is gold and silver. And then also I do have another special bonus gift, and I'm not going to tell you what that is, but that would be in your welcome package. That would be what I would be mailing to you. That's how I would ask you for your address. That's the only reason why I'm asking for it. If you don't want to give me your address or whatever, and that's fine. Then I just can't send you the stuff, but that's why I have that down there as well. So send me that information. And once I get your email, I will send you a link. Okay. And it's not even going to be my link. Now, my personal link is 7kmetals.com/Rick F. It's going to be another member on our team. I'm going to send you their link. And then once you get that link, go ahead and create your membership. And as soon as you create your user ID, like in this case here, mine's Rick F., go ahead and send that back to me. And I will in turn take your link and share it with the next person. So see how that works? Kind of, you're helping other people out on the team, and at the same time, everybody else on the team is helping you out too, because it's to actually hit those different ranks, you do have to work together as a team. And that's where I'm really excited to have that opportunity to work with you. But then on top of it, I do want this. This is again, from me personally, this has nothing to do with 7K or anybody else. This is just my way of thanking you for being on this 1 year happy, or New Year anniversary special event that I'm having here tonight. Is when you send me that email, say, Rick, how can I get my membership half off? And this is something from me personally to you, to thank you for doing, taking your time and being a part of this. And enjoying the celebration with me. So that's something for me. So don't call 7K and say, hey, well, Rick said I could. No, that's from me personally. It has nothing to do with them. I mean, yes, we're dealing with 7K, but this is just my gift to you for participating and in helping me celebrate 1 year with 7K. Okay. So that's my special unheard of offer. And I know nobody else in the industry is doing this. So that's another gift for, besides the drawings and everything that I'm doing. So like I said, after you create your membership, send me that link back. And just real quick, if you have, like Janice, I see you're on here again. It's good to see you, Janice. If your husband wants to join, that is one of the stipulations. Like if your spouse or like somebody in your immediate family in your household and your address wants to join, they do have to join from the first member in that household. So in this case here, Janice, if you created your membership, your husband would have to join through your link. But then also at the same time, I would still want you to send me your link and his link so I can keep track and actually help both of you qualify. Because once you have your husband on here, then all you need is one more person. So the very next person that, signs up underneath your link would give you, your one of your each your legs, so left and right. So you'd be qualified as an associate. So, yeah, so that's what I wanted to share with everybody was that's an exclusive opportunity. And I apologize about this. I'm not sure why I'm getting this notice. But when I get your email, I will send you the email back with the link. And I also have my phone number on there also. That way there's a two-way communication street. Okay, that way we can communicate back and forth. And like I said, I won't call you unless you ask me to call you. And that's the only reason why I'm asking for it is just for us to have another means of communicating. Okay. So just go ahead and send me an email at rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org. And as soon as I see that, and depending on how many people jump on here, there might be a slight delay because what I'm going to do is take it in order. So the people that send me the email first, I'll send them a link for them to get started. And then as soon as I get theirs back, then I'll go on to the next person and we'll just keep going. That's how we're going to help people get started really quick. But that's what I would like to do is just offer you that opportunity to work together as a team. Okay. So what I want to do here is real quick. So when he was talking about the graded coins, the MS-70. So this is an MS-70 Silver Eagle. Okay, it means mint state. It's done by it's graded by NGC. It's Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. And what they do is the coins at 7K. If you do get one of the graded coins in your autosaver, with the coins, what they do is they take the coins and then they send them to 7K, and they're making sure that with your autosave that you're getting a perfectly graded coin. So you've got your regular bullion coin here, okay, which is I'm going to be giving away some of these too as well. This is your regular 1 ounce Silver Eagle, okay, and it's a pure silver, okay, and so they take the coin and they send it to NGC. Well, what they're guaranteeing you, and this is part of the autosaver cost, is you're going to be getting a perfectly graded coin each month. It's going to be an MS-70 Silver Eagle. Like right now, this is their state series label, this is a Utah one, and it comes with a I'm not sure if you can see it or not. It comes with a barcode and a serial number. And so you can actually look up this serial number. And you can actually scan the barcode, like with that Stack and Sell, like Zach was mentioning, with the phone app, with Stack and Sell, you just scan the barcode and it'll automatically put it into your Stack and Sell account, which is really sweet. And it'll actually show you the value of it, what you paid for it, and what the current market value is for it as well. Okay, so that gives you an option too. But one thing I wanted to point out with graded coins versus silver, because people are like, well, why would I want to collect a graded coin? Well, there is tax advantages to it. So like if you say this as an example, and by no means I'm going to exaggerate this just because of the value, just for the purposes here, but say I paid $100 for this, and actually the basics autosaver, I believe is a 105, and then there's like shipping and handling insurance, so it winds up being like 116 or 117 a month. With this, I'll just see example. I paid $105 for it. Okay. And then 3 years from now, it's worth, $315. So it tripled in its value. Well, as far as taxes, because it's a graded coin, that is one of the, loopholes, so to speak, that any type of gain on that, this coin in the form of a collectible, like in this case here, because it's graded, you wouldn't have to pay tax on that difference. So the difference of that, the gain there, the $210 over the 3 years, you wouldn't have to pay taxes on it. And that's something that's not widely widely known, but that's just something to keep in mind in case you're wondering why you should save in the form of a collectible. Now, and by no means do you have to. With their autosaver program, they do have 4 different types right now with that, and I'll show you that here in a moment. Actually, let me see if I got that. Yeah, they have the American Eagle State Label Series, which is what I have here. Okay, which is 105 a month. They have the State Animal Silver Series, which is actually a colorized state animal series. So there's 59 states, so each state has its own animal and it's colorized. And that one you also get as in a perfectly graded coin. And then there's the State Animal Gold, which is a like with this gold coin. Okay, so this is a PF 70 because gold, it goes into a different thing where it's not mint state, but it's PF is a grading system on it. But this case here, this is with this you get it's a tenth of an ounce, okay, and it's got the state. In this case here, this one is the Montana Morning Cloak, and it actually comes with the serial number and the barcode too. You can also scan this and put it into your sound money wallet to show you, keep track of it. But it also, this comes graded too, so this is really nice. So that's the 179 one. I got one of those just to see what it was like, and I think now they even have it where it's not inside this black area here, the gold coin, but it's just all encased in white, and the gold coin is in the middle. And then there's also this 7-pillar gold note, which is something really sweet looking. I'll show you that here. This was the Roots of Humanity. It's a 7-pane stained glass window thing, okay, that Tom Holdman did. This is a work of art that he created. So what 7K did to kind of honor, they had him do a talk at one of their events. I think it was last December, beginning of last December. And basically what they did is they had, this is 1/200th ounce of fine gold. It's a gold note, and it's actually to replicate the image of a stained glass window this is colorized. So when they put it on the gold note, it actually makes it look kind of like a stained glass window, like where this, because stained glass windows are vibrant with the light shining through it. So this is like, if you went with the autosave with the 7-pillar gold note, once you start that, their 7K system makes sure that each other following autosaver that you get is not a duplicate of it. So they make sure that you don't get the same ones at the same, you don't want to get 6 of one and then one of the other 7 panes. So they make sure that you get them all 7 panes. So once you start that, and these are a mintage of like 10,000, so there's not a lot of them. So these are the 4 different autosavers. So you got the basic 105, you got this state animal, which is 139. The state animal gold is 179, and the 7-pillar gold note is 115. Okay, so those are your different options that you have, but you can also buy straight bullion from 7K, and that's an option that you have. So once you create your membership, you will have your own personal website, which is another version of 7K. So it's not like you have to create your own website or anything like that. You can just use that and refer other people to it, and you can post this on your social media, like your Facebook, LinkedIn, or Twitter, or Instagram, or anything. And if anybody clicks on that link and makes a purchase from it, because they do have products, they have jewelry, and they have different collectibles and bullions and everything that you can buy. If anybody makes a purchase from your link, you get credit for that. Okay. And then if anybody uses your link and they create a membership, you get credit for that as well too. Okay. So there's a lot of benefits to it. And that's, it's like 7K, like Zach was showing you the different things that's part of 7K. And I do have this here. I'm just going to go over this real quick. Sorry. Their member benefits, I mean, it's not just you're saving for your future, but they offer so much more. They have the 7K Advantage, which is like a discount thing that's part of your package. It helps you save like on your, you're doing eating out, or you're going on vacation, staying at hotels, or, renting cars or whatever. There's a lot of different discounts you have. And some people pay like $200, $300 a year just for some sort of benefit saving program. Whereas this is built in with 7K, okay, and it comes, it does have an app for it too, and you can just put in whatever city and state you're in, and it'll actually show up what companies or restaurants or businesses are offering discounts through the 7K Advantage. So it's another way for you to save money. They offer insurance, they offer gold-backed IRA. You get this, you earn up sales from your website, and it's like there are so many different advantages, and it's like I'll go, I'll just go over this real quick. You get access to the Sound Money wallet, which is they actually they pioneered it, so to speak, as far as where you can transfer money back and forth. And one thing I did want to point out to you too is if you become a member and you're earning, say if you hit the rank as silver or something, or bronze or silver. Okay, so at silver, you're making $3,500 a week passively. Okay, and something happened with your health or whatever, and unfortunately, say you pass away, you can actually will, if another member of your family is in 7K, you can actually will your account to that person, so they would continue to get the as long as they're an active member, and you could actually will your account to them, and they would actually pick up earning where you left off. Okay, so that's kind of something. It's not another thing that's widely known about it, but it's another benefit to 7K. So they're even thinking long term, because saving in the form of silver and gold, it's all about building wealth. So you can have a more secure financial future, and your family can too. So you have something to leave your family. Okay, and so like even if you had money in your silver and gold in your sound money wallet, you can will that. It's not like if you pass away or something just disappears. So they've really thought of a lot of things here. But that's just one thing I want to point out. So you also have the autosaver program, which, like I said, this is like your personal version of a 401k in the form of silver and gold. Okay, so that's why I like to attribute it. But they have the autosaver program. They have the 7K healthcare program. They do offer insurance, health insurance, and that's one of the things. I'm not sure about I'm sure I don't personally have health insurance through them as of yet. But it is something that they do. I'm sure they have an open enrollment period, but that's something where you can look into. And then also, if any members that you refer to 7K take part in the healthcare, you actually can earn points on that, just as another added bonus, to go towards your qualifying weekly point total. They have the dealer direct pricing. They have limited edition and rare coins. With a lot of times they have the coin drop. Okay, so that's something that once every week to 2 weeks, usually about every 2 weeks or so, they have a coin drop, or there's a limited edition quantity. Like I think one time one of the one coins is like limited to 99. Another time there was 333 of them. So there's a lot, and then there's some where there's 1,000 or 2,000 or whatever. But that's all there is in the world that they're offering. So with the coin drop, they have that. So it's an opportunity to get some really rare coins. They have the 1099 tax advantages. So like if you start sharing the opportunity and you start earning passively from it, there are certain things that you can claim on your taxes. And it's something I encourage you to check with your tax professional or your CPA and just see what they recommend that you keep track of that way. Because any passive income that you earn, it's not taxed when they send it to you. It just, say if you hit the 250 or 500 a week, that 500, when it goes into your sound money wallet, you're not taxed on it. It's straight 500. So at the end of the year, you get a 1099 tax form. Actually, I just got mine the other day. On Monday. And it'll show what your taxes are, and you do have to pay taxes on it. Okay, but there are advantages to it if you are operating this as a business too, as well as ensuring the opportunity. Like I said, they have the Goldback IRA, the 7K Advantage. You have residual income for a lifetime, because a lot of members, once they start getting the silver and gold, like when I get my autosaver every month, I get excited. I mean, I know what's coming, I know what it is, but I still get excited when you're opening up the FedEx package. It's something when you're saving for your future and it's tangible and you can actually touch it. Okay, there's something more to it. I can't really explain it, but it's just something that when you have it in your hand, it's like, what? This is my savings. This is my future. This is what I'm going to be able to pass on to my family. It's something, it means something to you. And then also, like I mentioned, you have the sales from your website, because you have your own personal 7K website that you can share with people. And so, I'm really excited to share this with everybody. And I'll just go real quick here. Okay, let me do this. I got the goal note. I showed you that. Let's just go here real quick. Okay, so you can understand the compensation plan if you're interested in doing that perspective. I'll just show you this, and then we'll go ahead and wrap everything up. So this is you create your membership. So in order to become an associate, you need one left and one right. Okay, and that qualifies you as an associate, where if you get up to 500 points on your left and right each side, then at the end of that week, they would put 500. They would deduct the points and put money in your sound money wallet. But like I said, also they have the thing now where they're doing 250 and 250. So that's a way to get money back into the members' hands a little bit quicker too, as well. So it's kind of a nice feature they have. But to rank up to the next possible rank, which is copper. Okay, so you would need to have, this is your first left and first right referral. Then what your goal is to help those first two people become an associate. So the very first people you refer, you want to help them become an associate. And once they become an associate, your two next direct referrals, one will go on your left and one will go on your right, and you qualify as a copper, which qualifies you up to $1,000. Okay, so this is technically really how it looks. This would be you. Here's your first left and right. They become an associate, then your very first next direct referral on each side qualifies you as a copper. And I do have, I'm going to put down it here in the chat also as well. I do have some more explanations of how this works on this website here. And I just did this for our team. So this is, if you go to Rick or if you go to silverandgoldsolutions.org, there's some videos and some explanations on how that works. And I just did this to help our team explain, how you can access different things and different features of 7K without having to jump through hoops or whatever. So if you wanted to check this out, it's in the chat. Yeah, so that's just something that I did to help people out, explain things better. Okay, so that's how you become a copper. And we already went over the Income Disclosures Act there. We went over the member benefits. So to go ahead and wrap this up, what I want to do is basically, because the number of people that are on here, what I'm going to do is I will reach out to you. Just send me an email at rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org. I will send you an email back with your prize for attending this evening. I thank everybody for attending. But again, to go ahead and join, to start saving in the form of silver and gold today, whether you want to do it as a passive income thing. My goal when I first started was like, hey, this is cool. I'm going to start doing this. And when I share it with my sons, they're like, hey, this sounds pretty good too. So it's like, the opportunity is there for you to save and control how much and how often, and then choose how you're going to save in the form of, okay. So that's something that I'm really excited about, that I've been doing ever since the first time it was shared with me. I jumped on it right away, and I'm really glad to be able to share this opportunity with everybody. And I really thank everybody for taking the time to spend their special, their precious time with me and spend this evening with me and take part in our celebration. And like I said, the special offer that I mentioned before, that is from me exclusively. It is not from anybody else. So just make sure when you email me, say, Rick, how do I get how can I get my membership half off? And like I said, this is something from me to you, and it has nothing to do with anybody else. Okay, so just reach out to me about that, and I'll get back to you. So send me an email at rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org. Again, let me know your preferred email address, your phone number, and also your address. So I can send you the welcome package. And that welcome package is from me. It's not from 7K or anybody else. That's from me again too. It's just my way of thanking you for being on this presentation and taking part and being part of the team. So once I get that, I'll send you a link. Like I said, it's not going to be my own link. It's going to be somebody else's on our team. And then when you get that link, go ahead and create your membership, and then send me an email back and say, or you could text me and say, hey, Rick, this is my link. This is my affiliate link, and then I will go ahead and keep track of that, and I'll go ahead and share it with the next person. And this is also something, if you work at a company where there's like 4 or 5 people that might be interested in this, go ahead and share it with them. But then at the same time too, let me know also that you're doing that. That way I can, like, if you're, you might be able to qualify if you have if you have 6 or 7 people, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, if you have 2, 4, 6, 8 people, you could actually qualify for copper like almost instantaneously. But if you do have other people that you're going to share with, let me know, and that way we can work together, and I'll keep track of their referral links and everything as well, so we can help you grow and build as a team too. Okay, so go ahead and send that to me, and then I will also at the same time when I send you the affiliate link back, I'll have my phone number on there, and that way you have a way of communicating to me as well. Okay, and then if you didn't want to worry about if you don't want to be a part of a team or just want to create your account and start saving today, that's perfectly fine. That is, I encourage you to do at least do that. The main thing is to save for your future. And, gold and silver have been around for 5,000 years. I mean, the Egyptians used it as far as a form of paying for stuff. I mean, this is something that's always been around. It's always maintained its value, whether it's 200 years ago, 500 years ago, if somebody hit a hunk of gold or a gold coin or something, it will be instantly recognized as having value. Same with silver. And what's even really weird is like when you have a 1 ounce silver dollar, it almost doesn't even seem real, but it's because you don't see them that often. But then also at the same time, it's pure silver. So it's something's very nice. It's always going to maintain its value over the course of time. And, how high it goes up or how low it goes, it's like anything, it fluctuates, but in the long run, it's still going to maintain its value and its purchasing power. So I want to thank everybody for spending your precious time with me this evening. again, like I said, I'll go ahead and email the people to send me an email, and then I will go ahead and send you a notification about your prize. And then also it'll qualify you for the weekly and the special drawing that I'm having, which actually is a collectible. And then what I'll do is I will make that announcement live. And as far as, I'll probably put it on Facebook or Facebook or somewhere online. And or also I'll just send you an email with a recorded video or something and let you know. Okay. So thank you again, everybody, for taking your time to join me this evening. I wish you the best. Happy 2022. Thank you for being part of my New Year anniversary special event. And we'll talk to you again soon. Take care. Bye. Check the chat. And yeah, like I said, if you have any questions, even an hour or two after the presentation, go ahead and email at rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org. And we'll talk to you soon. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Take care.